Hi guys, I'm John Bro and welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening, and this is probably my least favorite dungeon in this entire game. I really do not like it, at all. There's maybe one or two small parts of this dungeon that I like, and after that I just want to cry to this catfish's mama, because that's how bad it is. It's so bad that I just made a really horrible pun to symbolize its worthlessness. Yay, we got a compass, and now we can find the North Pole, even though it's entirely pointless to look for the North Pole, because there's not even a glacier on the world map with where the North Pole is supposed to be. So clearly Santa does not exist because of that. So let's go down these stairs, which turn into ladders as usual, and... oh hey, Super Mario Bros. Scales that have chains that move, or chains that don't move, and platforms that do. That makes sense. But I shouldn't question the logic of this game, because 1, it is a Nintendo game, and 2, it is Link's dream, and Link does not have very sensical dreams. Sensical? Is that a word? Sensical? I know nonsensical is a word, but I don't know about sensical. Sensical. Sensible is a word, but that's not what I'm looking for. So the main gimmick for, the first half of this dungeon is that there are 4 mini-boss rooms, main mini-boss rooms anyway, and this is one of them. Because it has 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks, count them, 4 blocks in the corners, and this will be the 4th mini-boss room that we enter. And there are 4 totals, so we're gonna have to find the one with 1 block in the corner to go there first, and then fight the mini-boss, and then he moves somewhere else, and then he moves somewhere else, and then he moves to the room that we just were in. And it's a kinda cool puzzle, I guess, but it's also very convoluted, just like the rest of this dungeon is, and I just do not like it. It just kinda puts you around in circles. Kinda like, I don't know, like Limbo or something, which is another game that is quite fantastic that I have never played, but I just know that it's a good game. And it's also black and white, kinda like this game is. And I'm glad that this dungeon is not in color in, the deluxe version of the game right now, because, I mean, it is color in the deluxe version of the game, but I'm glad that I'm not playing that, because this dungeon in particular is like a really sickly puke green color in that version, which kind of symbolizes the rest of the dungeon, come to think of it. It is just so sickening. This is such a sickening dungeon. For various reasons. It's just fighting-based for the most part, and when there's not a fighting-based segment, then it's, really cheap puzzles. So, I'm gonna go this way and get a completely useless item on the room to the left, because to the left, there's more of these Helma rat things. I'm calling them Helma rats, I don't know what they're actually called. They look like Helmasaurs, and they are rats, I guess. So I'm just gonna call them Helma rats. No, could you... No. Do you mind mooning me, please? Please moon me, thank you. I need to give you your well-deserved spanking, disobedient child. Okay, so we got the map. At last you got a map! Once again, it didn't take very long, but I guess it was harder to get this time, and we needed a map to get to that map, practically. So, this is what the map looks like. I don't even know what it's supposed to be. It kind of looks like a snake. Maybe it's supposed to be a catfish, but that doesn't make sense either, because, as you can see on the very bottom right corner, we entered the map from what looks like the snake's butt. So if that was supposed to be a catfish, then why wouldn't we have gone in from the top, where the mouth actually is? I don't know, but that's what it looks like to me, so... yeah. So we are in the cat's catgut, I guess. No, we can't go that way. We can't go anywhere up this direction, actually. We need the Dungeon of the Item to do that. Or the Temple of the Item. I don't even know what the phrase is. I should know. But I don't have dyslexia, personally, so I don't really... I'm just a... well, I'm not a slow reader, actually. I just like to slowly read things sometimes. And read things in very strange ways, just because I do. So this is the first of 4 big mini-bosses, and it's just like the Stalfos, the Stalfos from, A Link to the Past, except, you have to hit them several times with the bombs, not just once, which makes them more annoying, and it's just, yeah, it's good. It is wonderful, and I just laid a bomb down. Also, I discovered that you can drop a bomb and pick it back up again, but you don't use the power bracelet, you use the bomb button, which doesn't make any sense to me, but Oh, hey, a letter. I've got what was inside this box. Come and get it if you can, Master Skull. And that's probably one of the few things that I like about this dungeon. It actually bothers to tell you that you could have gotten the dungeon item here, but you didn't because we stole it. Haha. Except it's not really stealing because they owned the item in the first place, so whatever. But yeah, and also he says, come and get it because we stole it out of this box. He says box, he doesn't say treasure chest. I don't know if that's because they're actually called boxes in this game, or if that skull just really has, you know, uneducated sounding speech. It's not very graceful to call them boxes instead of treasure chests. But, you know, oh, we can't go this way, because we have to go around to get the thing that's over. Whoa, what a weird object! There must be some way to tackle this obstacle. Yes, we know how to tackle those obstacles. We have been doing it for several dungeons now. Or at least one dungeon. I don't remember how long we've had these Pegasus boots, but we've had them. We have had these Pegasus boots. And I need to go back again. Crap. See, this is just how confusing this dungeon is. I don't like it. We have to hit the switch, and then go over here to this room, which is the second skull room. Yay! Hello, Stalfro. Gulp? Except I can't gulp because I don't have a throat. You found me. You're a real pesky kid. You know that? Yeah, because he says that, I'm kind of assuming that this is just the same mini-boss, and he's just moving from room to room. For a few different reasons. One, like, you have to go from one room to the next in order to even find all the mini-bosses, and so that would lead me to believe he's just moving from place to place. Also, the fourth time you fight him, he's completely destroyed. He doesn't just run away. And also, whenever he says pesky kid, it sounds like you're being persistent, and it's like the same person reacting. So, all of that leads me to believe that he is the same guy, and he is just an idiot. So that's good. So now we go up here, and there's, well, not quite, but in one room... Oh, we get to fight him again! That's great, this is certainly unique dungeon design. I don't even know what's coming next half the time. Man, this is so unpredictable. Okay, do you mind... Yeah, okay. Just eat a bomb, please. Eat a bomb, and arg, I can't believe you. Or, I can't believe you. Beleated! Arg, I'm a skeleton pirate. Go back to Pirates of the Caribbean, skeleton pirate. Under the ocean, where you belong. Okay, so here's more skeletons. So many skeletons. Very creative enemy designs. Of course, these skeletons, these Stalfos, have been around in many Zelda games, so they are kind of creative, because they are creatively used, and that they jump around, they are jumping skeletons, and hey, I got a fragment of an item I'm not going to use, because I already know what it's going to tell me, even though I haven't read it at all. Probably going to say something about, like, these rooms, how you have to look at the blocks and they count them. Something like that, I'm guessing. I really haven't read the note at all, so I don't even know. But yeah... No, don't fall down the hole, Luigi. I know that you love falling into deep holes, and that is why you are wonderful with the ladies, but just don't do it right now. This is not the right time. We are inside of a catfish. The catfish says, I want you inside of me, and this is what he meant. And so you don't want to get inside of him even more than you already have. Or something. I don't know. Let's ignore this room. With all these torches who are trying to fire their fire at me. Open fire. There's a stone slab. I'm not going to read it as I said, because it probably sucks. It's a really shabby slab. Do we have a key yet? We do not have a key, but there are actually two small keys in this dungeon. And you can use both of them, but you really only have to use one because there's this keyhole right here that you can easily get to. And if you use it in the wrong place, then you get to fight this really stupid mini-boss that I don't want to fight, where you basically have to alternate between the hookshot and the shield in order to win, and it just takes forever. It's in the room to the left, by the way. So that mini-boss sucks, as I discovered, and that is the reason that this dungeon took me like 30 minutes instead of 20 to beat. So I'm not gonna do that. Where do we go next? Oh, we have to go back to the beginning of the dungeon, right, because that's where the fourth skull room was. Skull room. And more leaping skeletons who long ago leapt out of their skin, and that's why they don't have skin anymore. Okay. You really are driving me batty, bats. You're like... You just... Okay, thank you for dying. Thank you for dying, Helma Rat. Disobedient child, once again. I'm glad that you exposed your butt in my general direction. I will cherish that moment always. More scales. We are having fun with these on a large scale. Ha 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 ha. Okay. I don't even have anything to say about this dungeon aside from I don't like it. And also, well, there was something else that I was going to say about it, but, oh yeah, just another interesting thing about the dungeon. It is supposed to be, I guess, the inside of a catfish, but it doesn't look like the inside of a catfish at all. I keep saying cactus. These are cactuses, I guess. Let's just call these things cactuses. But it's a very well architecturalized building-looking place with rectangular rooms, so it can't be the inside of a catfish. That doesn't make sense. I don't know what I'm saying. So hello, bone guy. I have a bone to pick with you, bone creature. Please just bomb yourself. Please just eat these explosives that I am sending your direction. And get your longsword out of my face. Your longsword is nothing compared to my longsword that I keep under my waist. And Kablooey, Huey, Hamster Huey, and the gooey Kablooey, you are dead. And we get the best item in the whole game. Well, actually, probably not. I think the Rock's Feather is probably the best item in the game, but this is still pretty cool. It's the hook shot, a very notable item in many Zelda games. And, you know, as the name implies, you use a hook to shoot yourself places. And you can also use it to shoot yourself, just to shoot yourself. Which I am tempted to do after playing this dungeon through a few times. Probably the... You know what, I'm just gonna bomb... Well, actually, no, I'm not gonna bomb these guys. I was going to bomb these guys, but now that we have the awesome item, we can kill these guys very quickly because they can expose their helmets in our way, and we can just take their helmets off and slash them open. It's kind of cool, because you can take their helmets off, and then they're like a gooey little... like a Clue Land enemy, almost, on the inside, and it's just funny looking. You got 200 rupees! You're happy! So happy. Silly bat. I should take a bat to you, bat. But yeah, if I can get him, yeah. What is that? Like, this is what he turns into. He turns into like a gumdrop, basically. And now he's extremely vulnerable, and we can hit him with our sword a few times, and he is dead. Happy, happy day. Okay, now I'm gonna go... Probably... Am I going up here yet? I think I am. I could be totally wrong, though. Well, I am gonna go this way. Because this is a place that we could not go in before. And I believe this is where one of the keys is. If I'm not horribly, horribly mistaken. I am not mistaken! Yay, you got a small key. You can open a locked door with this small key, which is actually roughly the size of Link, so it's not really that small, but it is kinda small. Because it's actually also the same size as the Nightmare key, so all the keys in this game are the same size. We got a Guardian Acorn again. That's always good. Also, these things are kind of fun, these little ladders that pull out. They don't really serve any real purpose, aside from being kind of fun looking, but, you know, they're there, they exist. So I can respect them for existing. My nose is getting stuffed up. It's like all the snot balls that I have been killing in this Let's Play have just gone straight into my nose. Or something. That's my theory, anyways. They're trying to get their revenge. Yeah, remember this room? The room where we fought the mini-boss for the first time? Man, those were some good memories. Makes me want to become a skeleton, too. So we go over here, and we go up in here, and oh, what a weird object! There must be some way to tackle this obstacle, even though we've tackled it multiple times in the past few dungeons. Yeah! By the way, this is the worst puzzle in this whole dungeon right here. We dive into this frickin' pool of water to get to the Nightmare's key, and a different... Like, this is really a huge cheap shot, I think. Because you really only expect to ever use the whole diving into a 2D environment thing in the overworld. And then whenever you realize that you have to use it here... like, look at this, too. This is a room that is not even on the map. This room is not physically on the map, mentioned anywhere. You can only find this room by basically pure luck. So that's just a total piece of crap. Whenever I think Nightmare's Lair now, I don't think of a bunch of nightmares trying to, you know, think of ways that they can ruin children's dreams by talking about it around a round table or anything. No, now I think Nightmare's Lair as in this dungeon. This dungeon's a Nightmare's Lair. Why did Luigi come up with this? This is a bad thing to do, Luigi. This is the Cave of Bad Dreams from Rayman 2. Okay, I can't do anything in this room once again. I keep forgetting that nothing helps you over that direction. You have to go all the way around and fight these little wrist stars. All these little wrist stars that have... Well, they don't have long arms. They should have long arms, because that's what Wrist Star does. He just has long arms. But no, they have very short, stubby arms, so maybe we should put them in one of those really big, stretching torture machines and get their arms to be longer. You got 50 rupees, you're happy. You got a hook shot, you're happy. What is this? You got 50 rupees, you're happy. You're in this dungeon, you're not happy. Okay, is this the right way? I'm hoping it is. I'm not really paying any attention. I should be paying attention. No, this is not the right way. Crap. I could look at the map once in a while. Like, to actually look at it instead of point things out that are funny about it. Except, I don't think that the fact that that room doesn't appear on the map at all, that's just not funny. That is not the funniest thing at all. That is not even funny. That is just... pathetic game design. I'm sorry, Nintendo, that you just botched this whole thing up. You got a small key, you can open a locked door, but I'm not going to use this small key because I don't actually have to go to that other room because it sucks. But if you want to go to that mini-boss room where there are 2 spiders that take forever to beat, then go ahead, be my guest. Be our guest, we our guest, be our guest. Try the gray stuff, it's delicious, and something souffle. I don't know any of the lines, the lyrics to any of the Beauty and the Beast songs, although the rest of my family does. The rest of my family is a big fan of the classic Disney movies and their soundtracks or their musical scores, and so they know all the lyrics to all of the Beauty and the Beast songs, and I just don't. So maybe that says good things about me, maybe it does not, I don't know. But I will admit that the older Disney songs are much catchier than most music that I've listened to since. Okay, now that we have this key, and we have the stupid Nightmares key that's in that stupid little nightmare place, we can go over here and fight the boss. The actual boss. What? The actual boss. So, you are the outsider, pony boy. Come to wake the windfish. Key, I used the key to get here, yes. And this boss is stupid, too. I just don't like this dungeon at all, man. I just don't like this dungeon. It's kind of a clever boss. I do think that it's a clever boss, but it just could have been designed better, because basically the whole time you're trying to avoid this stupid tail. And it looks like it's moving around in a circle, kind of like, you know, like a jump rope, like you can jump over it. But you can't jump over it. You can't even use the Roc's Feather to jump over this boss. So you have to... Oh, it's going the wrong way. I should have predicted that. It's kind of obvious that that's what it's going to do, but I just forgot. And my voice is cracking because I'm congested and dry-mouthed and stuff. Dry and wet-mouthed. I don't even understand my mouth. Or any of the things that come out of it, or go into it. Okay. Okay, little nom-nom-nom worm. Or large nom-nom-nom worm, but still. Oh, going the wrong way? Oh no, oh no. This is kind of remind me also... I just left so many syllables out of that sentence. This is kind of reminding me now of Donkey Kong Country 3 with that, that water boss, where the water is just spewing out of that waterfall, that weird little fish-looking thing, and it's just like... You're supposed to move around as that elephant, and, you know, avoid the water, and it's just kind of a dumb boss fight, actually. Tisk tisk, you don't seem to know what kind of island this is. Hee hee hee, what a fool, hee hee hee. Well, you call me the fool, and you're the one who just died, even though you have like 4 hearts in your body. One of them you just gave to me, so thank you for that. Hey, is that a pan flute, or is that a xylophone? Looks like a pan flute to me. Except it's actually a marimba, so it's neither one thing that I said, but it's still a pan flute, totally. Hooray for pan flute marimba wind music, yay. Shrine. An island secret in the shrine. You could say it is enshrined with secrets. So now we can get rid of this ugly face off the screen forever, because I'm not going to go back into that dungeon to get any of those silly items that I missed. Or not that any silly item. I didn't miss any items. I just missed the little mini-boss warp thing. Where? Oh, I have to dive like that. That's the dive button. Stupid. You keep forgetting everything about your controls. I could have cut off the video by now, but I just felt like swimming as Link and using my items underwater because I'm totally a boss. I am totally a boss, more so than that little worm boss was. So anyways, I need to get in a safe spot before I end this video. I don't want to be here where all these killer Zoras are that try to kill me. Yeah, this looks nice. This is where the mermaid was. And still is! Hello, Miss Mermaid. Can I talk to you again? You look like you are ready to say something. An artist once asked me to pose for him, and he wanted a scale, too. Can the legend of the magnifying lens be true? The legend of the magnifying lens? Seriously? Well, yeah, we'll see what that's about next time on The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening. See you then. Thank you for watching.